Hello everyone. Welcome again to this live transmission, live streaming from northern East Brazil, from Casintihuatana. We are pleased to reach you in wherever you are to share with you some of the knowledge that our masters gave us through the years, through this spiritual path. So today is one of the latest classes that we were going to share about this series, this Rainbow Serpent series. We were, if you remember, we were like walking through this landscape, coming from your right foot and then your left foot, which are in the Yana Chumpi, means the black or the dark belt on the under the surface of the land. So from there we were coming out from the inner land, the Ukupache, and then coming up to the surface, which is the Puka Chumpi, which is the red belt around our navel. So we were coming up again to our heart, to the Kori Chumpi, which is the golden belt around our heart. Then we start to walk through the mountain, the path of the mountain, and we reach the right hand. As you imagine that you are stretching your arms, we had the right hand class and the left hand class, which are the Kolke Chumpi, which is the silver belt. And then today we finally reach the top of the mountain. There in the meeting with the Apu. Apu in Quechua is a beautiful word, means Lord, and at the same time, Apu is the word that they use to noun the spirit of the mountain. The mountain is not just a lot of stones on top of each other. The mountain has a spirit, and that spirit is called Apu. And that Apu is a very old spirit. It's like a grandfather looking after all the children in the landscape. So in the top of the mountain, we get there to get the blessings and the inspiration, the vision, because we are in the top of the mountain. We can finally see. And then we're gonna make a jump to realize and to experience the unknown, which is the next class. Next class, we're gonna get to the Viracocha, the great silence, the great emptiness. So we are on top of the mountain, and the archetype that we're gonna use is the Amaru. Amaru is it's not the translation of Amaru. It's not a serpent. It's the name of the spirit of the serpent. The serpent is Machacuay in Quechua is serpent. Amaru is this spirit which has a shape of serpent, but actually it got the capability to fly. So it's like Quetzalcoatl in Central America. So Amaru is the archetype that we're going to use, the image and the shape and the movements and the poetry of that image, and we're going to experience with our body. That's the proposal of the Andean yoga. So hope you enjoy class, just put your cell phone, your laptop in a proper place, and share with me these movements, these ritual movements that are trying to make you feel not just the physical movement, which is real, not just the emotional contact that we can reach if you are concentrated enough, the image that we create with our mind, with our imagination, and all of that is trying to make the bridge to experience the subtle aspect, the energy, the vital force, which is a better word. Vital force. In Quechua we call it causa y pacha. So it's there, it's here, it's right now, here with me, that vital force, waiting for me to be aware of it. So when we perform these ritual movements, we are just expanding our consciousness to try to reach them, to reach that kind of, that quality of the vital force. So just join with me. And we're gonna start. I don't know if you can see me right. Okay. We're gonna start to shake our body. We prepare, in the first part of the class, we prepare our body. We are trying to make the vital force to flow easily in our body. So we're gonna shake it like moving from our legs. The trunk is just in the right tension and the arms are loose. Try to breathe in the proper way, in the proper rhythm to join this movement. Feel that shaking movement is breaking all the resistance, making you remember that we're just children playing in the backyard. So just play with it, feel, shake. All right, if you can jump, just jump a bit. All right, nice. Just take some tension off your legs. Just that make us feel a bit more alive. So take your head and push it to the right side. Just at the start, slowly and gently. And as you breathe in and out, push a bit further, just to add some stretching in the left side of your neck. This is a very important part because we are taking out dense vital force from our neck. Our neck is all the time, just change your side. Our neck is all the time accumulating dense vital force through our kind of life, our jobs, cell phone. The technology is all the time tensioning our neck. So give some of your care to your neck. All right. Now we just let our head come loose to the back. Just the weight of your head. And look at the sky. And remember when you were a child looking at the stars. Don't feel that you're making an exercise. Just play with it. We are playing. And take your head and let your head come down to your chest. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, just let your head come down to your chest. This is a very good thing to stretch your neck. And we're gonna rotate our head first to the left, just making a massage, taking out all the tensions in your neck. Change the direction. Alright. Last turn. We're gonna rotate our shoulders to lubrify the joints, to take out the dense energy from the shoulders, and rotate it to the front, forward. All right, nice. Close your hands. Take all the dense energy from the day or from the night. I don't know if you are watching us in the morning time. Just take all the tension from your hands, the joints of your hand, your forearm. Just take everything out. Cross your fingers and stretch them to the front. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. And let all that dense energy, hucha, we call it in Quechua, come out from your hands. Don't let the crossed fingers out, and imagine that you are holding a flag between your hands and wave that flag, helping your forearms stretch. Just a bit of care to your forearms. All right. And we're gonna go to our hips. We're gonna start with a very slowly and gently turn of your hip. Rotate it slowly first and feel if you are all right, if you don't feel any tension, any punching. And if you feel that everything is all right, just push it a bit deeper. Right. Let the blood flow to the joint in your hip. Nice. Now we are taking care of our feet. If you can, I always recommend to practice with me with your bare foot, with your bare feet, because you can feel, you can expand the sensitivity in your feet. It's a very important thing to do, to feel and to recover that sensitivity. Our feet are so sensitive, so they can feel temperature, texture, the weight of our body. We can feel in which part of the palm of our feet the pressure of the gravity is higher and lower. So we can feel a lot of things in our feet. And now expand your sensitivity in the palm of your feet, in the center of the palm of your feet. Imagine that it's an eye looking towards the center of planet, center of Pachamama, the heart of Pachamama. From that point, we receive the blessings from Mother Earth. We receive the blessings, we receive the inspiration from Mother Earth. So, if we are open and sensitive to our feet, we are rooted. So, now pay attention to your knees. Our knees need to be a bit bent, unlocked, a bit bent, not too much, just a bit, to make the flow of the vital force easier. Pay attention to your hip and rotate it a bit to the front, just a bit. Imagine that we are just pushing it towards back, putting tension in the lower back. So we're gonna take that tension, just rotating a bit to the front. So our feet are rooted to the ground, our knees are a bit bent, our hip is slowly rotated to the front. Pay attention to your shoulders, not too open, not too turn to the front, just in between, not close, not open, just in between. And we're going to start a balancing movement from our legs, making rotate our upper body to one side to another. So we're going to balance our body from the legs, not from your hip, from the legs. And we're going to join that movement with our sight. We're going to see as much as we can to the right and to the left, deepening the movement. Our arms are loose and slapping sides of our body. Breathe gently and as you find your own rhythm, imagine that you are shaking energy. You are taking energy from the right to the left and activating from the left to the right and activating. We are activating energetic hemispheres. And slowly start movement. Put your hands in your navel, in your cosco. Close your eyes and wait just a few seconds. Come out from this very slow, very gently dizziness. And as you are centered again, join your feet. Put your hands in your knees and we are going to rotate them, lubrifying them, taking care of your knees. So much important part of our body. I love my knees. They are helping me to walk through the world. So just rotate them to make fresh blood come in and take out all the dense energy. Right? And the last thing, we're gonna rotate our foot, right foot, bit of balance here. Just rotate it one side to another. And a bit, yes. Change your feet, your foot, left foot, rotate it to one side and to the other. And a big yes, and we are ready. Just put your hands on your chest, close your eyes, and feel your body. Just a bit of care. We just give our body just a bit of our care, and everything changes. Our state of consciousness changes. So from our heart, we could sacralize this moment, if you want, saying with me, Pachamama, my mother, Taita Inti, my father, Munei Sonko, I am. You can open your eyes, and we're gonna start the ritual movements. The first movement that we're gonna make, I'm gonna get a bit closer to show you what we're gonna do. The image, the poetic image, is a serpent with wings flying from the underground, from the Yana Chumpi, the dark belt, the underground belt. So it's gonna start to fly. We're gonna give that serpent, Amaru, wings to come from the underground to the red belt, to the golden belt, to the silver belt, to the violet belt. So we're gonna let that serpent come up to the hill. So for that, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna give the serpent wings. We're gonna start with a bit wider than our shoulders, the posture, the stance. And we're gonna start with our palms together and pointing the earth, the soil, the ground. The point of our fingers are pointing the ground. So we're gonna push our body to unbalance our body to the right. And there, we're gonna make a movement with our hands. Like with our right hand, we're gonna rotate our hand like making a movement as a wing. I'm gonna show you closer. From when I go to the right, I'm gonna rotate my right hand, just rotating in our left hand that is still. We're gonna rotate it using the heel of the palm of our right hand. We're gonna rotate. When we can't rotate anymore, we go to the back of our hand and come back palm to palm. All right, with the right hand, we're gonna rotate the back of our hand and come back to the palm. With our left hand is the same thing. Our right hand is gonna be still, and the left hand is gonna rotate to the outside, the back of our hand, and come back. So we're gonna make that movement in the lower belt, the dark belt, the red belt, the golden belt, the silver belt, and the violet belt. So we're gonna start with a bit wider stance, our hands together, pointing the ground, and change the weight of your body to the right and make that wing with your right hand. Come back to the center, and we're gonna make that movement, the wing, with our left hand and come back. We're gonna add the breathing. We're gonna breathe in, and as we breathe out, we come back to the center. We're gonna breathe in and go to the left and come back to the center. Again to the right. Make it organic, natural movement. Breathe in. Come back to the center. To the right. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now you're going to go up a bit more to our navel height. And we're going to turn our hands pointing forward and go to the right. Breathe in. Give Amaru wings. Come back to the center and breathe out. Breathe in to the left. Wings. And come back to the center and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out to the center. Breathe in. Back to the center. Last time to the right. And last time to the left. We're going to go to our heart, taking the palms pointing towards the sky. And we're going to close a bit more our feet to our shoulders wide. From our heart, we're going to go to the right, breathing in, and breathe out and come back to your heart. Breathe in and out, coming back to the center. Breathe in breathe in to the left, out to the center. Breathe in, out to the center. Breathe in to the left, and breathe out to the center. We're going to go a bit higher. We're going to join our feet together. We're going to go the higher of our throat, the silver belt. And from there, we're going to go to the right, breathe in, breathe out, and go to the throat. Breathe in, give wings to Amaru, breathe out, and come back to the throat. Breathe in, out to the center. Breathe in, come back to the center. Last time to the right. In, come back to the center. And breathe in, and come back to the center. Now we're going to go to our forehead, looking up the sky. And we're going to try to give Amaru the wings that help it fly to the sky. So we're going to breathe in and go to the right. And come back to the center. Breathe in the center. In. Come back to the center. Breathe in. Last time to the right. Breathe in. All your intention. Breathe out. Breathe in to the left. And come back to the center. And slowly get your hands down to your heart and open your feet. Take a moment there to feel the movement. All right. Second movement that we're going to share. It's a very interesting movement that I received from a master from Hatunqueros, which is the high mountain in southern Peru. It's called Cecilio. And Cecilio showed me a movement that makes you feel the serpent as lightning. Lightning is like the sky serpent, coming from the sky and coming from the ground. The two serpents, a serpent coming from the sky, a light serpent coming from the sky, and a light serpent coming from the ground. And they are joining together. So we're going to make a very fast movement. From our navel, we're going to breathe in and come up to the sky, feel the tension with our lungs full of air. And from there, we're going to breathe out and come down to the ground. Fast, hard, with all the energy coming out. Your air is coming fast from your lungs out to the ground, like lightning coming and hitting the ground. So again, from our navel, breathe in, full of air, hold the beat, feel the tension, and breathe out and loose your hands, lose your control, and come back to the center. We're gonna make it last time. Breathe in, coming up and feeling the tension of the sky with the lungs full of air. And come back to the center. And now we're going to make the response, the answer from the ground. We're going to be a bit wider. The stance is a bit wider. And we're going to go down to the ground. Our hands are going to face backwards. And going to breathe out. And as we breathe in, we feel the tension from the ground. And come back to the center. Again, we're going to go to the left, right, stance, come down, feel the tension from the ground, breathe out, breathe in, and take all that force to the sky. Last time, we open to the right, go down to the ground, feel the tension, take everything that is tensioning inside yourself, breathe out, big breath in, release it, and come back to the center. Feel what happens inside. And now we're going to we prepare the Amaru, giving it wings. We are sharing the light essence from the sky and from the ground. And now we're gonna give the possibility to be grateful and to receive the blessings. So we're gonna make this beautiful movement. I'm gonna be a bit closer to help you see me better. From our navel, we're gonna breathe in, come to your heart, and from there, with our hands facing up, we're gonna draw 3 circles, horizontal circles, as we breathe out. And from our heart, breathe in and come back to the other side, taking the blessings to our heart as we breathe in, and we breathe out and internalize that blessing, crossing our hands to our chest. We breathe in, full of air from the chest. We draw, breathing out, 3 circles, being grateful, and from there, breathe in, bringing the blessings to our heart, and as we breathe out, we internalize, we reach the core of our being. Breathe in, open our heart, and be grateful. Breathe in again, and take the blessings from the heart of the life, and breathe out and internalize. Breathe in, grateful, 2, 3, and breathing in the blessings to our heart, full of air. Breathe out and internalize. Breathe in and breathe out and give. Be grateful. We are full of life to give. Breathe in, and for this reciprocity of life, the blessings comes and we internalize. Breathing out. Last time, breathe in. Be grateful to the whole of the experience of life. Breathe in. Bring blessings to your life, and breathe out and internalize. And from there, breathe in and hold it in your heart. Close your eyes. Just breathe in and out. Let your heart understand that ritual moment. All right. We're going to make it the last ritual moment. This needs to, you need to imagine. This is a very important thing, to imagine, because we are going to play with our body. We're going to rotate our left foot, pointing to the left. Our right foot is pointing to the front. And we're gonna imagine that the center of a circle is our left foot. So we're gonna rotate half circle, half a circle. Yeah. Again, half a circle, half a circle. This is the basic movement. Now we're gonna imagine that from the inner wall, the Ukpacha, the dark belt, we're gonna shape, we're gonna form, we're gonna create from our hands, from the mud of the deeper soil, the Mother Earth, we're gonna shape a spiral coming from the inner land, coming up to the sky. So for that, we're gonna face our right hand to the ground, our left hand to the sky, and in between, like 15 centimeters, 10 centimeters. Don't measure it, just a bit apart from each other. And in the height of our sexual organs. So from there, we're gonna make half a circle, and we're gonna go a bit higher to our navel. Again, we're gonna make another half circle, and we're gonna go up to our heart. Again, half a circle up to our throat, and the last one up to our head. And imagine that we're gonna make the last bit of movement coming up to the sky and come back to the center. I over-explained that because I'm gonna do it naturally and organically. So we're gonna start from there, the lower part, the inner part, like coming from the underground and coming up to the sky. So we're gonna start from the right, breathe out, and breathe in, a bit higher, 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 and go up to the sky and come back to the center. So in one breath in, we're gonna create that spiral. We're gonna try it from our left. So our left hand is gonna face down, our right hand is gonna face up, and we're gonna rotate around our right foot. So coming from the dark belt, breathe in, in, go up to the sky and come back to the center. I'm gonna try it from our right. Prepare yourself. Imagine that we are making this spiral bridge from our unconsciousness to the superconsciousness. So breathe out and start to breathe in a bit more, a bit more, a bit more, and breathe out, coming back to the center. Last time to the left. Prepare yourself. We're gonna start to make this bridge, the spiral bridge, from our left side. Breathe out and start to breathe in. And breathe out slowly. and come back to your heart. Just hold your hands in your heart, close your eyes. Just wait without words, feeling what happens in your heart. And slowly image that from your heart come out the most precious fragrance, gratefulness for this body, for this knowledge that we are sharing, for the entire experience of life. Being grateful and in balance and harmony. Open your eyes, join your hands, and you could say with me, Urpichai Sonkuchai. Urpichai Sonkuchai literally means the dove that nests in my heart flies to your heart. It's a very poetic way to say thank you. So, thank you for being there. Hope you join us to the last class next week. We're gonna try to reach the big silence, the big emptiness from the archetype of the Kuichi, which means the rainbow. So hope you join us next Thursday, 9:30 p.m. London time. So thank you very much. See you next week.